What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate support. Guys, about 3 days ago, there was a report shooting out there in Hollywood, Florida, in which this guy you see up here, whose name is Donald Taylor. Let me get that straight. Donald Taylor was reportedly killed by police after going on a crime spree. But it's a lot to this story. I'm going to show you the original story first and then show you the story that connects to it, which is basically the cause for the effect of Mr. Taylor being killed. I want you to take a look at this. There are so many people out here that are quick to just lose their minds and go on crime sprees. And when they're confronted by the police, they act hard-headed as hell, and the result is death. I've never seen so many younger people out here nowadays in any other time that are quick to self-destruct, rush to their own untimely demise. Take a look at this.
All right, Ross, thank you. Also developing right now, just a chaotic situation in Hollywood after a shooting there.
Police closing off a major portion of a neighborhood following the incident. Local 10's Isabella Martin is at the scene.
And I know you have some reaction from those who live in the area.
Yeah, I've been out here since just after sunrise, almost 8 hours later, and this section of Hollywood Boulevard right behind me is still closed off with CSI units and police cars still on scene. All of this after police say a man was shot here early this morning. A peaceful night for neighbors living along Hollywood Boulevard interrupted by chaos.
It's a pretty nice area. Wouldn't really expect something like this. So it's kind of interesting what happened.
Police rush in to investigate reports of a shooting.
Trying to fall asleep, and I heard like 5 shots, very faded, like it was the area behind my house.
Carmen didn't like what she heard and was shocked what happened so close to home.
When officers arrived on scene, they made contact with an individual who was exhibiting a gunshot wound, injuries consistent of a gunshot wound. That victim was transported to Memorial Regional Hospital, where at this time they are in stable condition.
Ring doorbell footage shared with Local 10 by neighbors shows officers walking towards a man and ordering him to drop a gun. Will Castillo lives at the home, his camera rolling as police did what they do.
At some point they were pointing it like in my bedroom window. I wasn't there. My little sister like next door to me. They were like kind of like trying. This guy ran like around our house some way.
At this hour, Hollywood police tell me they're still working to identify the shooter and figure out exactly why he pulled that trigger. For now, that eastbound stretch of Hollywood Boulevard between 12th and 13th Avenue still remains closed. As soon as we learn more, we'll be able to bring you those updates both on air and online. For now, reporting live in Hollywood, I'm Isabella Martin, Local 10 News.
Now at 9, an update on a deadly police shooting in Hollywood. We've now learned the man at the center of the case is allegedly part of a violent rampage in South Florida. We're also seeing new video of the alleged crime spree tonight.
And Local 10's Bridget Matter is following it all, and she is live now from Miramar with much more. Bridget.
This was a string of very violent crimes. He's accused of robbing 2 different stores at gunpoint, shooting somebody, getting away from Hollywood police. He would end up here in this Miramar neighborhood where he was shot and killed by police. The man in this video is accused of going on a violent South Florida crime spree. Hollywood police identified him as Donald Taylor. It started July 30th with a stolen firearm from a car off State Road 7. Less than an hour later, the suspect and another man barrel into a convenience store in Miramar. There's a confrontation. The suspect has a gun in his right hand. He eventually shoves the person and points the gun at them. 2 days later, police say the suspect shot someone he knew in the 1200 block of Hollywood Boulevard around 1:30 in the morning.
This guy ran like around our house.
He ended up getting away from Hollywood officers there. Ring video shows the armed suspect as officers try to get him to surrender. But he got away. And that evening at 7 p.m., police say he walks into this Dollar General off State Road 7 and grabs a cashier at gunpoint. He pushes her before leaving the store. The next day on August 2nd, Here he is again, gun in hand, this time at a Walgreens off Pembroke Road. He dives over the counter and starts pocketing cash from the drawer. He slowly takes some money before leaving. The next day, around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Hollywood detectives were surveilling the area of Southwest 61st Avenue and Southwest 19th Street in Miramar looking for Taylor. When police approached, he would not listen to officers.
The suspect was armed and not following officers' commands. Shortly after that, the officer-involved shooting took place.
He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating that police-involved shooting. That's per protocol for the department. As for the person that police say he shot a few days ago, at last check, they were in critical condition at the hospital. We're live in Miramar tonight. Bridget Matter, Local 10 News.
All right, guys, that's the story of this idiot, Donald Taylor, killed by police after shooting somebody and robbing 2 stores and breaking in cars and getting a gun. I'm going to tell you, you see a lot of times people losing their mind out here in society, afraid to deal with life like the rest of us do. There are a lot of people out here that contribute nothing but demand everything from society. And everybody's a victim of their anger and internal battles. I want you to pay attention to that story. This guy was shot by police, right? Can't feel sorry for him. I'm going to tell you something. He went and broke in the car. When he broke in the car and climbed through the back seat, he found the gun in the car. Once he found that gun in the car, he immediately turned into somebody different. Not even an hour later, he's running up in stores, robbing people, jumping over counters, doing all kind of crazy stuff. The police catch him in that video from last week I showed you, where he's walking with the gun like this, and he got away. How did he get away? Y'all was that close to him. He had a gun in his hand. You know what I'm saying? Now, a lot of people, always talk about situations where, oh, if they don't point the gun, you have no reason to shoot him and this and that. They didn't shoot him. This guy could have went and killed somebody else. Hard-headed, not listening. You know what I'm saying? Now look at him. I want you to think about this. There's so many people out here, a lot of the young folks. This guy right here, he's young, but, he might be in his 30s. I don't know. But to get to the point where you're upset and now you got something that makes you feel powerful to where you go out there and exhibit that power against innocent people that have nothing to do with you in an attempt for personal gain, I have a problem with that. A lot of people have a problem with that. All the time and energy he ran around terrorizing people, he could have been running around trying to find a job or better himself. That's the biggest problem I have. At any time, you have an opportunity to turn your life around for the better. But it takes small increments or steps at a time to achieve an objective. See, a lot of people out here now, a lot of younger folks have a quitter's type mentality to where they don't just want you to give them a plate. They want you to put the food in their mouth at the same time. Even if you say, hey, it's easy, just pick up the spoon or fork and just put it in your mouth. They don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to do the work, but they want all the reward. A lot of times in life, the risk is the struggle getting towards something for you to get the reward. Nobody wants to take the risk, but they'll take other risks in destruction of themselves or their freedom. And you just seen it. I don't know what made Mr. Taylor do what he did, but he did it. Now he's gone. Can't blame nobody else but yourself. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. I know how it feels to feel like you on the edge and you don't see no tomorrow. But I mean, under no circumstances do you put your problems on everybody else and have it end good for you. It usually ends bad. For him, it ended really badly. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.